12 reasons why it's impossible for any rational person to be optimistic about the U.S. economy at this point. This is by Michael Schneider, Economic Collapse blog. Things have not looked this bad for the U.S. economy since 2008. We are in the midst of the worst inflation crisis in decades. The housing market has started to collapse. Some of the largest companies in America have begun laying off workers, and economic activity is slowing down all around us. Of course, Joe Biden is telling us that our economy is strong as hell, but that is just because he wants his party to do well in the upcoming elections, November 8. Ultimately, anyone who takes a truly objective view of things is forced to admit that the outlook for the months ahead is incredibly bleak. The following are 12 reasons why it's impossible for any rational person to be optimistic about the U.S. economy at this point. Number 1, according to a recent Gallup survey, 2/3 of Americans believe that the economic conditions are getting worse. When such a large proportion of the population starts behaving as though an economic downturn is coming, that actually makes an economic downturn even more likely. So many Americans are starting to hold on to their money more tightly, and that is having lots of ripple effects. 2, the second largest auto dealer in the United States just announced that it saw charge-offs for retail auto loans quadruple in the third quarter. We're also seeing credit card delinquencies start to rise. We certainly are not at 2008 levels yet, but we are moving in that direction. Number 3, cargo traffic at the Port of Los Angeles just declined to the lowest level that we have seen since the early days of the pandemic. As I noted earlier, economic activity is beginning to slow down all over the nation. One recent survey discovered that 98% of corporate CEOs believe that a recession is coming, and those CEOs are behaving accordingly. 4, major retailers such as Walmart and Target have been canceling billions of dollars in orders as they seek to cut back inventory levels. In all my years, I have never seen our largest retailers cancel so many orders just prior to the holiday season. Are they expecting the next couple of months to be a total bust? Number 5, existing home sales just fell to a 10-year low. We all knew that the housing market is going to implode once the Federal Reserve started to aggressively rise interest rates, but at this point, that implosion is happening faster than most of the experts had anticipated. Number 6, U.S. home builder sentiment has declined for 10 months in a row. That is a brand new record. I really feel sorry for you, but if you are a home builder or if you work for one, the months ahead are not going to be pleasant for you. Number 7, 60,000 real estate deals were called off in the month of September alone. I was stunned when I first saw that number. All over the country, buyers are realizing that they agreed to pay too much and are feverishly trying to back out of the deals while they still can. Number 8, mortgage demand has plunged to the lowest level in 25 years. Things never even got this bad during the downturn of 2008-2009. To me, this is really a troubling sign. Number 9, Ian Shepherdson, chief economist of Pantheon Macroeconomics, is projecting that home prices could fall 20% over the next year. Hopefully that will not happen, but there is also a possibility that they could fall even further than that. We will just have to wait and see how rapidly this new crisis plays out. Number 10, U.S. diesel inventories have fallen to the lowest level since 2008. This is something that we will want to watch very carefully because the U.S. economy runs on diesel. Number 11, the core consumer price index has just surged to the highest level since 1982. Even though the Federal Reserve has been on an insane rate hiking spree, our inflation crisis continues to rage out of control. And as prices continue to soar, our standard of living is being absolutely eviscerated. Number 12, a model created by Bloomberg economists Anna Wong and Eliza Winger indicates that there is a 100% chance of a recession within the next 12 months. Of course, it's entirely possible that their model could be wrong, but without a doubt, this is not a good sign. Right now, even some of our society's most relentless optimists are warning that tough economic times are ahead. For instance, in a post on Twitter, Elon Musk just suggested that we could be suffering through a recession until the spring of 2024. If Elon Musk is any type of financial prognosticator, the market and economy could be in trouble for more than 1 year to come. When prompted in a Twitter thread early on Friday morning, the Tesla CEO, Elon Musk, said that he thought the current recession would last probably until the spring of 24. Because he is such an optimist, Musk believes that economic conditions will turn around eventually. But what if they don't? What if the perfect storm that we're currently enduring ultimately results in the collapse of everything? Are you prepared for such a scenario? Previous generations of Americans handed us the key to the most prosperous economy that the world has ever seen. But instead of managing it carefully, we have piled up the biggest mountain of debt in the history of the planet. We have transformed Wall Street into the globe's largest casino, and we have systematically destroyed the reserve currency of the world. Thanks to a very long series of incredibly foolish decisions by our leaders, we are now facing a war with Russia, a collapse of the housing market, a global food crisis, a global inflation crisis, and a worldwide financial meltdown simultaneously. The entire system is starting to crumble all around us, but most people still believe that things will return to normal at some point. Personally, I would love to see things return to normal, but unfortunately, it appears that it's not likely to happen anytime soon. This is by Michael Schneider. He says, "My name is Michael. I'm in my brand new book entitled 7-Year Apocalypse. It's now available on Amazon. In addition to my new book, I have written 5 other books that are available on Amazon, including Lost Prophecies of the Future of America, The Beginning of the End, Get Prepared Now, and Living a Life That Really Matters. When you purchase any of these books, you help to support the work that I'm doing, and one way that you can really help is by sending digital copies as gifts through Amazon to family and friends. Time is short, and I need help getting these warnings into the hands of as many people as possible. I've published thousands of articles on the Economic Collapse blog, End of the American Dream, and The Most Important News, and the articles that I publish on those sites are republished on dozens of other prominent websites all over the globe. I always freely and happily allow others to republish my articles on their own websites, but I also ask that they include this about the author section with each article. The material contained in this article is for general information purposes only, and readers should consult licensed professionals before making any legal, business, financial, or health decisions. I encourage you to follow me on social media, Facebook and Twitter, and any way that you can share these articles with others is a great help. These are such troubled times, and people need hope. John 3:16 tells us about the hope that God has given us through Jesus Christ. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish but have everlasting life. If you have not already done so, I strongly urge you to ask Jesus to be your Lord and Savior today." This is by Michael Schneider on the Economic Collapse blog. Please leave your comments. Thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.